This video is about how to invite a parent to the platform. There are two main things that we need to learn. One is the technical thing, what to click, and the other one is what do we tell the parents, the clinical side. In terms of how to invite from the technical side, it's very easy. You just click Add New Client. There, Pat will ask you the name, and you can put the real name or an alias if they don't want to have like the real data there. You do need to put their email so that they can get the invite. You have some information that is optional. If you put information there, Pat will start remembering your clients. And when they show up to the platform, Pat will tell them, hey, John, I already know this about you. What else would you like to tell me? Now, the next step is to decide who pays. We typically recommend that the professionals don't pay, so you can select that the parents pay for the platform. If by any reason you want to do it, you can select to do that. Now, on the clinical side, what do we tell parents when we invite them to Parente? First thing that we tell them is that we realize after many years and many decades of treatments that 50 minutes a week alone, it's not enough. So we want to provide them better support. And we're partnering with this AI assistant so that we can all work together. You, myself, and the assistant, we're going to work coordinated so that instead of 50 minutes a week, I can give you the live sessions, but our AI assistant will teach you other skills in between sessions so that you can move faster in the treatment. It will send you some reminders. It will provide you in-the-moment support when you really need it and when I'm not available. And I will review and monitor all the content. So when you show up to the next session, I will be much more informed. This helps us give you better care. This is what we tell the parents. When we invite the parents, we tell them to think of this as Pat, an assistant for both of us. It could be like a nurse practitioner, or like we're a team and the doctor and I have this nurse practitioner helping me, but we're going to be working all together. The concept of team is important. Now, another important thing is we typically suggest to do the first session together. Why is this? Because if I ask you to go ahead and read a book, you will probably won't buy the book by next session, right? Similar with parents, if I send them the link and nothing else happens, engagement is not that high. But we typically suggest to do the onboarding together and to show the parents how Pat has these two very big different conversation types. One, the program with the modules where Pat will tell you, okay, now this is what we're going to learn. This is how we're going to do it. We're going to do a role play, and Pat will guide that conversation. That's very different than just chatting with regular AI. And the other part is the in-the-moment support chats where parents can talk about whatever they want. It's very important to explain this difference to the parents because in the programs, they will receive structured conversations and guidance. And in the section on in-the-moment support, parents can talk about whatever they want as long as it is related to the parenting skills on their child. Some therapists ask us, what if the parent doesn't want to use AI? First of all, we suggest validate them. It's regular, it's normal. The other one is explain them that as a professional, we do believe that this is something that makes our work better, and there's some research supporting it. The other thing that's important is that they can try it for free for 10 days. And if they don't like it, they just discontinue it. And probably you can tell them that if they're already chatting with other AIs, just as ChatGPT, Gemini, or Claude, right? It's better to have those chats integrated to our work, right? Because we can work together and sync the progress. Now, if parents are concerned about privacy and confidentiality, we are HIPAA compliant, and you can always tell parents, don't tell Pat things that you would not like to share. What to do in the first session? We highly recommend to invite the parents and walk them through, hey, check here, this is the program that I'm assigning you. Let's say parent management training or DBT skills for parents of adolescents with emotional dysregulation. Let's click on one of those modules. See how Pat starts the conversation. Pat will start asking questions to the parents and will start guiding the questions, guiding the conversation. What we want to show is that is like going to a class where you have an expert that's going to be teaching the specific skills for you and your child and will be tailoring all the conversation to your own particular case. You can ask questions about that topic, but if you ask something completely different from the topic, Pat will try to bring you back to this content of this skill that we need to learn. That is a more structured conversation. Then I suggest you show them the in-the-moment support section where Pat simply asks you what brings you here. There, parents can say, my child is throwing a tantrum and I don't know what to do. Important note, Pat will not provide an immediate answer. We'll typically ask some questions to get some context and then provide good advice. You can also show them that they will receive reminders. They can click the icon in the top right corner, and you can show them, if you enable this feature, how they can message you within the app. And You will assign them to say, let's say, I want you to do step 1 and 2 of the program, and I want you to do them today or tomorrow so that you have time to practice those skills during the week. Don't wait to do these modules right before our next session because you won't have time to practice the skills. What I want you is to learn from Pat, practice, and when we meet, we review how it went. We review if you have any problems, we troubleshoot, and we work on getting those skills into a better level.